This is Mr. V. Welcome to this video on the midpoint rule. Okay, here we have an irregular shape, and we want to calculate the area of this irregular shape. Now, one way we can do this is using the trapezoidal rule. Another way is the midpoint rule. Now, just like the trapezoidal rule, this one works by cutting our shape up into strips of equal width. Just pretend that the last one is equal width. There we go. Now, instead of making little trapezoids, the midpoint rule basically says, let's pretend they're all rectangles. So we're going to pretend that all of these are little rectangles. Now, their height is very specific. In the midpoint rule, we choose the height to be the height in the middle of each strip. And so in a lot of problems, we will give you the heights in the middle of those strips without actually drawing the strips. When we split up our shape like this, we can add up all of these. Areas, and the rule ends up being that if we find the average height of each of those strips and we multiply it by the total length of the shape, which is from edge to edge, we can calculate the area of that shape, or approximate it anyway. So let's see that in practice. Here I've got a piece of land. It's been broken up into these strips, and we're told their heights, and we're also told that its total distance is 70 meters. We want to calculate the area using the midpoint rule. So the average height. Remembering back, we know that the average is simply adding up all of them and then dividing by how many there are. So we're going to add up all of them. So 40 plus all of the numbers in between and 44. So all of these numbers added together, divided by how many there are. And there are 7 numbers. Adding up all of these middle numbers, we have 294 divided by 7. And we can calculate that, and it gives us a very round number of 42 meters. The total length we don't have to calculate because we're told what it is. It's 70 meters. So we can just take that straight from the question. Bringing our rule down, area is then going to be 42, our average height, times the total length, which is 70 meters. 42 times 70, you've got it, that is 2,940 square meters. And that is how we calculate the area of a shape using the midpoint rule.